Okay, here's another topic for AA meetings. Going to AA meetings. Okay, so if you go to a regular AA meeting like I do, and you see the same faces every day, I actually go twice a day. I go to the same club room. I go in the morning at 7 o'clock, 7 to 8, and I go at night from 5:30 to 6:30. I start my day with a meeting, I end my day with a meeting, and that's what I do. A lot of people to help. I got a very active club room. But when you go to a club room like that, even if you go once or twice a week, people start getting on your nerves. Alcoholics and addicts are crazy motherfuckers. They are. We are a strange breed, right? We are selfish and self-centered to the core. We are fucking sensitive and mean. Sober. So how do you learn? First you get sober. You go to treatment. You're sober for 30 days. And it's hard. You get sober. Getting sober is hard. Staying sober is harder. How do you stay in a club room? Now, a lot of people that watch me have been sober a long time, and you're not going to meetings anymore. And that's a shame. I think you should go to meetings. I'm just going to say that. I know there's someone that watches that has 40 years. I know there's someone that watches that has 30 years. Someone that watches me has 26 years. And I am honored. And I think you should go to meetings. I think you should go for the other guy. I think you should go because people that truly know about Alcoholics Anonymous and have stayed sober for a long time need to represent. Even if you just show up and sit in the chair and say, hey, I'm here today and I've been here a long time and this thing works, right? And you might get a little buzz off of it. You might get a little happy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of happiness going on in Alcoholics Anonymous. But a lot of people quit going because of the personalities. People start grating on your nerves. And I talked about this the other day, that I really did order this shirt. It's coming in. It should be here maybe over the weekend. I'm going to wear it. And I should wear it every time I do. Maybe it'll be my uniform for social media. But I think it says, I'm not for everybody. And I'm not for everybody. Right? And people get on my nerves. I get on people's nerves. It's hard. So what do? You get pissed off, get up, jump in your car and screech out of the parking lot. I'm never going back. No, you don't do that. I've done that before and you have to go back. There's nowhere else to go. If you're an alcoholic like me, Alcoholics Anonymous is the last house on the block. You don't want to fuck it up. You don't want to shit where you eat. That's why you don't want to pick somebody up in AA or date somebody in AA. See, this is all the stuff people don't talk about very much. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to shit where you eat. I learned that lesson a long time ago. One of my first jobs, I learned don't shit where you eat. I had an affair with my boss. Big mistake. Because when it ends, someone's got to go, and it's not going to be him. Oh my God. So don't shit where you eat. When you go to AA, try not to interdate in there. Try not to mix it up, because when you break up, you're not going to want to go back there. And we're talking about saving your life here. So if you can, date outside of AA, that's the best. You're going to meet somebody, but you got to make sure that whatever happens, you get to stay, right? And you don't want them to have to leave either, because if you've ever driven somebody out of AA, trust me, you will never forgive yourself if you stop somebody from getting an answer, if you stay sober and they don't. So you really want to think about that stuff. This is serious business. So when you go to AA, you got to keep your seat. And sometimes you got to keep your head down. People get in moods. People get all feisty. You don't even know why. And you might share something and it's like blood in the water. And then afterwards they come up and they let you have it. You know what your problem is? Whatever. Some bullshit idea that's not out of the big book, and they'll fucking let you have it. And then you get your feelings hurt. You don't want to go back. But you have got to go back. You have to stay in meetings. Meetings makers make it. So what do you do when someone's got you in their sights. So if someone's got you in their sights, and I'm laughing because someone has me in their sights right now, and you know what I do? I keep my mouth shut. I play dead. You've heard me say that before. That's my friend Gordon says that to me all the time. Play dead, Karen. Keep your head down, right? You're going to a meeting, go in the meeting, see where you can add to, and then get out. That meeting be going on whether I was there or not. So try not to stir the pot. Just go in. Usually if there's some kind of turmoil, what will happen if you can go into a meeting and sit down? If you can make it for 2 weeks, it'll switch to somebody else, right? Even if you make the biggest fool of yourself in the world at a meeting or outside the meeting, in 2 weeks, everybody will forget about it and move on to somebody else. These are AA tricks of the trade that you haven't heard anywhere else, folks. So sometimes I go in and I just sit and I listen and I don't share. I'm a very A-type personality, as you can tell. I have a lot to say about a lot of things, and people don't want to hear it, and they get tired of me. I get opinionated, and it's because I help so much. I help a lot, and I've lost a lot of people, and I get really opinionated. And you can't kid a kidder. And so when people try to bullshit me, I just, I'm not in for it. I like to help people that want help. If you don't want help, move on. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the callousness of me, because I worked in treatment and because I help a lot of people and I've lost a lot of people. So that's just me. I'm not for everyone. But I want to keep my seat. I don't want to get pissed off. And you can get pissed off about anything in AA. You can get pissed off about the coffee, the size of the coffee cups, right? It's too cold. It's too hot. This person looked at me wrong. We read this last week. Whatever it is. Your alcoholic thinking will try to get you out of the room. So you got to stay in your seat. It's one thing to get sober. It's another thing to stay sober. Consistency is the key. Discipline. Consistency. Discipline. You can get discipline from those pages I tell you about, the morning and evening pages on 86, 87, and 88. You do that every day. You go to meetings every day. Consistently. You don't like them? Go anyway. It'll pass, and all of a sudden you'll love them again. If you are not going to meetings now, try to go again. Try to go. It's good for you. It's good for you. Life is short. People need help. And there's nothing that will give you a bigger buzz than to help somebody. And your story is the only story that's going to be able to help somebody. So, give it a try. Go back to meetings. Do whatever you can to help somebody out. You know what I mean? Life is short. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.